Hi, welcome back. Welcome to part 3 of my Paramount Home Entertainment VHS collection update, 2023 edition. When we last left off in part 2, I stopped at the movie Fatal Attraction, the 1988 VHS. Let's continue on. Next tape, the 1988 VHS of Permanent Record with Keanu Reeves, and the film is directed by Maurice Silver, and the film is from 1988. I thought this movie is not out on DVD, but I was told that from Paul Jackson that this film is out on DVD. So Paul, thank you for reminding me. Rated PG-13 and it's 92 minutes. Here's the sticker label for Permanent Record. Here's the end label. The 43rd week of 1988. The next tape, the 1988 VHS of The Spy Who Came from the Cold. With Richard Burton, Claire Bloom, Oscar Warner, also starring Sam Wanamaker, George Volkovic, Rupert Davis, and others. Directed by Martin Riff, and the film is from 1965. Actually, it's 1966. Not rated and is 110 minutes. Here's the sticker label and label. The print date is September 17th, 1988. And it's got PAR on there. So this will have the low-pitch black screen of death at the end. Next tape, also a 1988 VHS of Henry V. With Robert Newton, Renee Asher, Leslie Bank, Esmond Knight, Leo Jen, and Robert Newton. Directed by bummer, doesn't say. Oh, it's Laurence Olivier. There we go. Found it. The film is from 1978. This is 1944. My mistake. 136 minutes, not rated. And this is on the Rank Organization film. Oops. Here's the sticker label for Henry V. Here's the end label. It's got printing, so we all know what this will have at the end. There is no week and year code on this tape, but it's got this sticker on there. It's just like the 80s tapes on the CBS Fox tape. The next tape, also a 1988 VHS of Paint Your Wagon with Clint Eastwood. Also starring Gene Seberg, Ray Walston, Hard Pressed Nell, featuring the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band, directed by Joshua Logan. The film is from 1969. Rated PG and is 164 minutes. Here's tape 1. Here's tape 2. Both tapes does not have the week and year code on this tape, but it does have this one on there. All right. Next, the 1988 VHS of Grease with John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John. Also starring Stockard Channing with special appearances by Eve Arden, Frankie Avalon, Joe Blondell, Ed Cookie Barnes, and Sid Caesar. Directed by Randall Kleiser, and the film is from 1978. Fun fact, Ed Barnes was the host of the pilot episode of Wheel of Fortune. After two episode pilot, he was rejected. He didn't work out, so they brought Chuck Woolery. 110 minutes, rated PG. Oh, let me get Mom upstairs. Here's the sticker label for Grease, and it's got the Paramount 75th anniversary. Here's the end label. The print date, May 19th, 1989. And it's printed in the 18th week of 1989. So we all know what this will have at the end, since this copy has a print date. Next, the 1988 VHS of Airplane. What I tell you, this movie is doggone funny. With Robert Hayes, Julie Haggerty, also directed by James Abrams, David Zucker, and Jerry Zucker. The film is from 1980. This movie also has Leslie Nielsen, Peter Graves, and Robert Stack. Rated PG, and it's 88 minutes. Don't call Shirley. I am serious. Don't call me Shirley. Here's the sticker label and label. The print date, May 19th, 1989. Printed in the 21st week of 1989. So we all know what this will have at the end, since this copy has a print date. Next, here's the sequel, Airplane 2, with Robert Hayes and Julie Haggerty once again. Also starring Laurie Bridges, Raymond Burr, Chuck Connors, Rip Torn, William Shatner, and Steven Stucker. Directed by Ken Finkelman, and the film is from 1982. This is also a 1988 VHS. Rated PG, and is 84 minutes. This originally, it was going to put out the Airplane 3, but the movie Airplane 2 is a box office failure, so they never did Airplane 3. Some music has been changed for this home video version. Here's the sticker label and label, and this is a 1992 reprint. The print date, February 19th, 1992. And it's printed in the 8th week of 1992. Since this copy has a print date, we all know what this will have at the end. And this has the Paramount feature presentation bumper with the Paramount communication variant instead of the Gulf+Western variant. Next, the 1988 VHS of Crocodile Dundee II with Paul Hogan and Lenny Klausowski. And this is directed by John Cornell, and the film is also from 1988. I have the first movie, Crocodile Dundee, which I'm going to show that when I'm doing my Paramount communication tapes. Rated PG, and it's 110 minutes. Here's the sticker label and label. The 8th week of 1988. Let me put my camera into the tripod, so I'll be right back. There we go. All right, let's continue on. Next tape, the 1988 VHS is Shane. I show off the 1981 in the cut box in part 1. This is a slipcase cover. Here's the sticker label. It's got the Paramount 75th anniversary. Here's the end label. The 23rd week of 1989. The next tape is still unsealed, the 1989 VHS of Hamlet. And this is directed by Laurence Olivier. And it stars Laurence Olivier right there. Also, this is from 1948. Not rated and is 155 minutes. The next tape, the 1988 VHS of The Officer and the Gentleman with Richard Gere, Deborah Winger, also starring David Keep, Robert Lodger, Lisa Blount, Lisa L. Belcher, and Louis Gossett Jr., directed by Taylor Hackford, and the film is from 1982. For some reason, it says 1981 on there. That is incorrect. That's 1982. And this is co-produced by Lorimar. Rated R and is 126 minutes. I saw this on my local PBS station, WETA in Washington, which they aired the edited version. Some music has been changed for this home video version. Here's the sticker label, and it's got the Paramount 75th anniversary on there. Here's the end label. The 52nd week of 1988. The next tape, the 1988 VHS of Terms of Endearment with Shirley MacLaine and Jack Nicholson, also starring Danny DeVito, Jeff Daniels, and John Lithgow, directed by James L. Brooks, and the film is from 1983. I do have the sequel, The Evening Star, which I'm going to show off when I do my Viacom era. 132 minutes, rated PG. And this is a later printing because it has this little yellow sticker on there. Here's the sticker label. It's got the 1990 copyright. Here's the end label. The first week of 1990. And this tape still uses the multi-color changing warning screen at the beginning. The next VHS, also a 1988 VHS of 48 Hours, with Eddie Murphy and Nick Nolte, also starring Annette O'Toole, Frank Murray, James Remire, directed by Walter Hill, and the film is from 1982. I do have another 48 Hours on VHS. Well, I'm going to show that when I do my Paramount communication tapes. Rated R and it's 97 minutes. Here's the sticker label. Here's the end label. The 23rd week of 1989. Oops. The next tape, the 1988 VHS of The Untouchables with Kevin Costner, also starring Charles Martin Smith, Andy Garcia, Robert De Niro, and Sean Connery, directed by Brian De Palma, and the film is from 1987. Sorry about that. That's the ambulance in the background. Rated R and it's 119 minutes. Here's the sticker label and label. The first week of 1989. Next up, the 1988 VHS of the Presidio with Sean Connery and Mark Harmon. Also starring Meg Ryan and Jack Warden, directed by Peter Hames, and the film is from 1988. That's the police and the ambulance in the background. Sorry about that. Rated R and it's 97 minutes. Here's the sticker label and label. The 52nd week of 1989, former rental from an unknown video store. The next tape, the 1989 VHS of Trading Places with Dan Aykroyd and Eddie Murphy, also starring Ralph Bellamy, Don Amici, Demholm Elliott, and Jamie Lee Curtis, directed by John Landis, and the film is from 1983. My God, this movie turns 40 this year. So does Terms of Endearment. Rated R and is 118 minutes. I'm only keeping it for the collection purposes. And this is a later printing. Here's the sticker label and label. It has a 1994 copyright. The 48th week of 1994. This still uses the multi-color changing warning screen at the beginning. The next tape, the 1989 VHS of Planes, Trains, and Automobiles with Steve Martin and the late John Candy. And this is directed by John Hughes, and the film is from 1987. This movie also has Edie McClurg in there. You can wipe a smile off your rosy cheek, rosy perky cheeks. And I want a Toyota, a Mustang, a Datsun, 4 wheels in the seat. I want a freaking car right freaking now. You got the rentals agreement? No, I threw it away. You screwed. Rated R and is 93 minutes. Here's the sticker label and label. The 38th week of 1989, and there's the Moaning Sound barcode. And I'm going to show you one more tape before we go to part 4, and which is the 1989 VHS of Tucker, the Man of His Dream, with Jeff Bridges. Also starring Joan Allen, Martin Landau, Frederick Forrest, Mako, and Dean Stockwell. Directed by Francis Ford Coppola, and the film is from 1988. Rated PG and is 111 minutes. Co-produced by Lucasfilm. For some reason, the Paramount logo was shown at the beginning as a Paramount Pictures with the Gulf+Western byline. But the 1988 logo was absent at the end of the tape. Here's the sticker label and label. The 13th week of 1989. Oh, I do got one more. Okay. Which is the 1989 VHS of Star Trek The Cage, All Color Collector's Edition. This is the colorized version from 1988. 64 minutes, not rated. And this is without the Gene Roddenberry's introduction. The original television pilot. Air date October 15th, 1988. Here's the sticker labels in 1991 reprint. Here's the end label. The print date September 27th, 1991. And it's printed in the 40th week of 1991. We all know what this will have at the end, and this still has the multi-color changing warning screen. All right, that's it for part 4 of my Paramount Home Entertainment VHS collection update. Tomorrow, we will continue with part 5 with the remaining Gulf+Western tapes, and then we go into the Paramount Communication era. Until then, have a good night, and we'll see you tomorrow.